366364. In the women's division, defending champion Iga Swiatek maintained her dominance over Coco Gauff after winning 6-2, 6-2 to set up a semi-final against Brazilian 14 seed Beatriz Haddad Maya. All right, so that'll be it for sports here this morning. My name is Delali Atiase. David Akwete is going to continue with the rest of the show. Do you have something to say about tell me?
I'm still tossing and turning in my mind the Benzema, money issue.
Hey, Masa.
I'm imagining what
if it were you, what you're going to do.
How much is the N'Golo Kante, going for?
N'Golo is going for, just a quick one in here, 100 million euros
a year.
Yeah. Yeah. Look, but you can see, you can set a record by deciding to go into professional football now and probably make it to Saudi Arabia, and then people be talking.
I hope all is well with you.
You make history.
Zan, I hope all is well with you. Let's go on a break. Why?
FPAC is effective for headache and relieves the symptoms of flu, cold, and catarrh. FPAC blows away the pain associated with sore throats. During and after a hard day's work, FPAC relieves you of body pain. After the day's sports workout, FPAC helps the body to control the aching muscles. FPAC is effective against feverishness and rheumatic pains. FPAC reduces body temperature associated with malaria and other fevers. FPAC is not recommended for children less than 16 years of age, ulcer, and asthmatic patients, pregnant and lactating mothers. If symptoms persist for more than 2 days, consult your doctor. FPAC blows your pain away.
FPAC Junior is a trusted friend to relieve your child of pain associated with teething, catarrh, cold, and fever. The good that FPAC does for you, FPAC Junior does for your child. FPAC Junior is for children between 6 months and 12 years. If symptoms persist for more than 2 days, consult your doctor. FPAC Junior blows your child's pain away. This advertisement is FDA approved.
1xBet jackpot is here with weekly massive prizes up for grabs. All you have to do is place your bets on any sports game and stand a chance to win. Simply register at 1xbet.com.gh. Use promo code JackpotGhana and place your bets. 1xBet is your key to great victories. Feel like a winner. 1xBet. Gambling can be addictive. Bet responsibly. Not for person under 18 years. This advertisement has been vetted and approved by the Gaming Commission.
Royal Foam promotion, Royal Foam. Get it in your muscle. You bet you'll be no free. Get 10% discount.
Oh la la! Ghana for Muntie, a de. Where the Atadre Yatidene. Royal Foam Ghana Limited, the saving cancer Ghana for. Sir, and they will be at to tune in Yemono, Modio Montio. Royal Foam Ghana for at a 10% discount. Afriso. Nempono mattress be a Ubeto every Royal Foam Ghana Limited Hono. Yemau pillow free. This is your time. Wonso Umreni. I was the Royal Foam mattress Edaso. No winya hontoso. For Royal Foam Ghana, I was 020-227-1000. Enjoy Royal Foam Ghana Limited for a mattress. Number one inje.
Royal Foam Anaragekaya.
Kikadie Royal Foam for Atitibeni James Okra.
Royal Foam Ghana Limited. Would the Jipata.
Royal Foam still leading.
Get 10% discount. Tired of getting it wrong. This won't be another heartbreak.
So this is Love 99.5 FM, and you're listening to Love in the Morning. It's now some 28 minutes to hit 8 o'clock. And our main conversation for this morning is about potholes in the metropolis of Kumasi. Now, if you're driving in Kumasi, even if you are, on any bus ride now in Kumasi, you can tell easily that potholes are very many, and they're creating a lot of problems for people in this harsh economic times that we find ourselves in. If you own a vehicle, I'm sure that your absorbers, your links, your shafts, your ball joints are all crying. So we're asking you this morning to be a part of our conversation by telling us what the pothole situation is like in your area. How bad is it? If you don't mind, send us pictures of them. But tell us, how is it even affecting your pocket? How is it affecting you, the pothole situation in Kumasi? That's what our conversation is about this morning, right here on Love in the Morning. Now, our WhatsApp number is 055-1111-995. Tell us about the pothole situation in your area. Myself and Leo Stanley, we went around town yesterday, took some pictures, took some videos, and in the videos you'll be seeing how the vehicles themselves struggle to get through those potholes. As we speak, we are live on Facebook, so if you join us on Facebook, you get to see some of the pictures and the videos that we're able to capture relating to the pothole situation in the metropolis. Now, to help us with the conversation is the Regional Director for the Urban Roads, and he is in the person of Mr. Francis Gambra. Mr. Gambra, good morning to you, and thank you very much for your time this morning.
Yeah, good morning, David.
I hope you are well.
I am very well, my brother, and you?
I'm also well. Thanks for asking. So before we talk about our pothole conversation, for which we booked you for this conversation, there's this story what we have gotten to know about the Swami interchange, and we hear that works are going to start somewhere in August. Tell us, where are we right now? I mean, before work starts in August, where are we right now with the construction of the interchange at Swami? Right.
Okay, thank you, my brother, once again, and I'd like to say a very good morning to your cherished listeners. Okay, so what we sought to do is that we want to bring clarity to this Swami interchange construction project. Work started in February. As we explained, this project is a design and build contract. So as part of the project, the preliminary phase is to do the design. Then you begin with the construction. So what we explained during the visit, when we had the Honorable Regional Minister paying us a visit, that we showed him where we are now. If you look at the plan for the implementation of the project, the design is supposed to be completed by July, and permanent works are expected to take off from August. So we looked at the contractors program, and yes, we are within track.
But the question on the minds of many is the fact that how come we were not able to have designs ready before the sod cutting was done?
I'm not sure if people paid attention during the sod cutting ceremonies, because it was clearly explained by the ministry that this is a design build project or an EPC contract. And with an EPC contract, the project has to commence for all these activities that I've explained to roll out. So compared to the conventional works contract that you need, you have a design, and their focus is just the construction. Immediately you cut sod, you may tend to see permanent works within a short while. But as I have explained, with this one, you start with the design process first before you see the permanent works.
When you say you have to start with the design works, what I'm trying to put across is this. By the time the president came in to cut the sod, shouldn't we have had a design for him to even have a glimpse of, to see it before we say, okay, fine, I've seen this and that and that. Well, we can cut sod and then a project starts?
I don't know if you're understanding me. As the project, this project, which is an EPC type of contract, the contractor is responsible for the design. So the project has to commence. The sod cutting ceremony has to be performed for the project to commence. And as I've explained to you, as part of the commencement or as part of the project implementation is the design phase. I don't know if I'm making myself.
So what you're saying is that as part of the work, you need to start with the design works, and then once you're done, then you go on site, and then the real construction works begin. Is that what you're saying?
As part of the project, not the works. Because remember, projects are made of components. And as has been explained, as part of the project is the design and construction.
All right, I hear you. By the way, what is EPC anyway?
Well, it's what we call the full meaning of it is engineering, procurement, and construction, or what some people call turnkey contracts. What it means is that the contractor doing the construction brings his own design. Yeah.
And if he brings the design, do we have a say in the design if it doesn't suit our purpose?
No, obviously it goes through the system of approval by the employer. In this case, the Ministry of Roads and Highways, the employer. So if you looked at our timelines, he submits the preliminary design. There are reviews, so we agree on a final design concept for construction. Yeah.
Another concern on the lips of some people is the fact that why do they have the campsite? I'm told that the campsite has already been done, but the campsite is far away at Cordier. What explains this?
Okay, so as was explained, and in fact to assure the general public is that, as explained, the project has commenced. The contractor is responsible for the implementation of the project. He is responsible for where to set up his campsite. He chose Cordier, which of course looks a bit far as from the project central location. Let me also take this opportunity to let general public understand that this project has two major components. The first component is the interchange itself. The second component, as we've explained, is the adding on to the lanes from Swami Roundabout to the Bremai Junction. Another lane is going to be added. In addition, we are going to do 3 overpasses at 3 selected intersections. That is the Anumanje, the Macro, and Bremai. So you see the project spans over a distance. So the contractor explains that looking at the size of land that he needs to be able to do his setup, Cordier was the place that he found that size of land. But it's also expected that the contractor would set up mini camps close to wherever he's working at any point in time.
Now, the other concern has to do with the monies that we need for this project. Is the money available?
David, why are you troubled with the money being available? Because
if I may clarify that, I'm asking if the money is available because there was an interview that Sampine granted us, and he said that the monies for this project was available. But another interview that, the MP for Swami also granted, he says, well, the monies are not in. We're going to look for the money elsewhere. And because of the, IMF, conditionalities, we have to put a hold on it and all that. So I just want to be sure whether the money is available for the project.
Yes, you need to appreciate that we are government consultants. We rely on information from the employer, which by extension, the government of Ghana through the Ministry of Roads and Highways. We are informed that the money is available, and I don't see any reason to doubt why the money is not available.
All right, so let's now talk about, the other issue or concern of telcos, Ghana Water Company, ECG. Now, I hear that, for example, the Ghana Water Company is demanding some amount of money that if care is not taken, is going to stall the project. What can you tell us as to what or where we are in relation to talks with Ghana Water Company, electricity, and telcos?
I don't know where this information is coming from, but clearly, as a project implementation agency, we work with the various telcos, what we call the utility companies. As part of the project, their relocation has been factored into the project's execution. Indeed, the relocation works we expect to start in the next few days. So all those things have been factored in the project implementation. Yeah.
Will you be surprised if the project delays because of Ghana Water Company's concerns?
It is possible, but as we said, we have a plan for the rollout of this project, and all these things have been factored in. If you look at the contractors program, for each project test, I don't know how well you are abreast with project management. We have an early start date and a later start date. So all those things have been factored in.
Now, this project that we're going to have, this Swami interchange, somebody wants to know whether you're going to have some dedicated lanes, let's say, for example, bicycle lanes and the like.
I don't know how best I can explain the design, but those who paid attention during the set cutting ceremony, we gave at least a visual display of what the project would look like. As I said, there are different components to the project, the interchange itself and the Offense Road, and indeed additional 15 kilometers of what we call complementary routes. These complementary routes are designed to enhance mobility, especially during the construction of the interchange itself. So, as we explained, this project, we're going to first roll out the phase 2, which is the realization of the sections of the Offense Road, that is from the roundabout to the Bremen. The thinking is that you would want to do or give motorists alternatives so that when it comes to the commencement or the start of the interchange itself, you're able to mitigate traffic congestion, which is a real problem within that locality now.
Well, I'm concerned because we live in a modern era, and if we're constructing modern roads, we need to be able to factor some of these things into the designs and all that. But let's jump into our main conversation for which we called you, which of course has to do with the potholes. As regional director for the urban roads, what can you tell us about potholes in the metropolis? How bad is the situation?
David, this is a tedious question. I don't even know how to start with your question, but okay, let me attempt to explain it this way. If you look at the season we find ourselves in now, it is the rainy season, and of course, rain is the number one agent responsible for road deterioration. So, because of the season, we find potholes are a common thing that you would find. I would admit that, of course, as part of our daily inspection, we have observed that there are a lot of potholes within town. But as we do annually, there is a program for the pothole patch, which maybe I can explain during our conversation.
Talk about the fact that you do it annually. Are you saying to us and my listeners that every year we do some pothole patching or fixing? Is that what you're saying?
Sure. Every year we do pothole patching.
So how come most of the roads that we ply on have potholes on them?
Yes. Pothole development, as I tried to explain, is quite a complicated thing to explain. Okay. You would appreciate that potholes arise from a whole lot of reasons. Some, of course, you could attribute it to maybe defect in the construction process. Some, to largely what you're finding too, is as a result of how we are using our roads. We have a lot of incidences of overloading on our road, especially if you look at our tipper trucks that serve aggregates for construction. I think it's been a major challenge as a country dealing or managing how these tipper trucks use our road. The way we even use our road, the abuse on our road, the way we are putting on materials for construction on our road, all these things affect the development of potholes. That is why I said that every year.
But Mr. Gambra, roads are expensive to construct. Many people in many areas don't even have. I'm saying that roads are very expensive to construct, and many people are crying for roads. So if we spend so much money in constructing the road, why would we allow overloaded axles to be on our roads? Why can't we manage the situation better?
Yes, thank you. You see, it's a practical case of practical implementation of the restriction. If you use our highways, you would see axle way bridges on the road. I mean, the focus is to try to regulate or limit these vehicles. I mean, that has the potential of destroying our road pavement into our road space. But when it comes to, especially within the urban corridor, there's some new sites coming up. I mean, they are winning gravel. The practical management of, I think it's a bit of a challenge. But a lot of discussions have been held behind closed doors. What we can do, it has to be by way of regulation, so that I think to a greater extent we can minimize the distraction from this group of people.
So when you talk about regulations, how far are we in reaching regulations, and when will they be rolled out?
Yes, as you can understand, it's a process. I mean, as an agency, we'll write our proposals to the ministry. The ministry will also have to find ways of getting these things to Parliament. But what we are trying to say is that this is a concern to all the road management agencies, the Department of Federal Roads, Ghana Highway Authority and the urban road. So I know that a lot of work is being done so that the necessary legislation can be in place to minimize the effect of these sun winging activities.
How can we get these things to be speeded up? Because whilst we do all this talk and all that, the roads are still being destroyed.
Yes. So what we will do is now that annually, as I explained, there is a road patching program. We also have to be mindful of the process of awarding contracts in the public space. You need to go through all these procurement processes. You need to also acknowledge that annually, beginning of every year, budget has to be first made available before you can start with this work. So I think all these things tend to contribute to the delays before you see the actual commencement of these works. That is when you see that these potholes are being worked on.
You talk about program. What program do you have for these roads that have potholes on them? The Bomso, Jinyasi, the Diakon, Aidiasi, Kote, Apra, the Kokobane, the TUC roads. What's the program schedule like?
Yes. This is a very broad question that I must admit, David. As I said, some of the roads that you mentioned, the situation has even gone beyond pothole patching. We need to see some kind of rehabilitation on this project. I'll give you a typical example. If you look at the Apiedu Kokobane stretch that you're talking about, there is a program which has started, which is going to focus on the road from the Buedi to Donyina, then to Kokobane. As I talk to you now, we are beginning with the drainage works. So those who live within that corridor would see that some work have started on the major bridge on the approach to Donyina, which has started. So, as said, there are various programs for all these roads that concerns are being expressed. But generally, we expect that in about a month or so, you would see our annual pothole patching taken off very rigorously. We are at an advanced stage of procuring these works for the works, the permanent or the actual patching works to start. So we will plead with residents to say that in the next few weeks or months, we should see this pothole patching program aggressively being rolled out.
And let me ask this question, Mr. Gambra, be sincere with us. Do we have budget available for these pothole patching works to be done?
As I say, annually, all the government agencies are giving budget allocation. Budget allocation are given normally in the form of a letter of approval being given that this budget is available. For us, that is the most important thing. You need to go up with with the rollout of these programs. The system is not that the money is given to you fiscally. In fact, the government system does not work that way. You just need to be given the allocation, then you can do your part of the work.
Have you received the allocations?
Yes.
I didn't get the answer to that. Have you received the allocations?
Yes, we have.
And so we should cross our fingers that from next month we're going to see pothole patching works being done.
Yes, as we explained, we are within the procurement phase and work should start within the next few months. Yeah.
All right, so what is going to happen is this. We've asked our listeners to share with us pictures and videos of the pothole situation in their areas. And I know you are somebody who listens to Love FM all the time. So keep listening and then pick up the concerns of residents and then let's see what you can do to help them.
Okay, I will be waiting for those things. But I can also assure the general public that is our work. We know the situation almost at every place because we do daily and weekly monitoring of the road network. So there may be the fact that we've not started these things don't mean we don't have a program for these roads. So maybe we're just pleading with the residents to let's give us some little time. Of course, it is very uncomfortable to be driving on pothole-ridden roads, but we are mindful of that, and very soon we will start with the pothole program as we have just discussed.
Now, aside from the fact that it's uncomfortable, it's also, affecting pockets because if care is not taken, you might damage your absorber, your link, your ball joint, your shaft, and all that. So it's not just about the discomfort in there, but it's also affecting people's pockets negatively. Yeah. And like you said, in a month's time, we'll keep our eyes open on the ground, keep it on the ground to ensure that works are being done. We hope you don't come to tell us about the rains being a problem, in fixing the potholes.
No, but David, it's also something that we have to be real and practical with these things, because when you have rains at the peak seasons, it's very impractical to do pothole patch. And indeed, that has been a reason why a lot of our potholes have had very early deterioration, because these works, when you put on bitumen on the ground, you expect to have good weather for the bitumen to cure. When you put these bitumens and you have heavy rains, obviously these works are going to be destroyed. So we are mindful of all that, but of course we factor the weather in our program. But as I've been explained, the program is going to commence within a reasonable time, taking into consideration all these, the weather and other factors.
Mr. Francis Gambra, thank you very much, sir, for your time. We appreciate
You're
you.
welcome, David.
And that was Francis Gambra. He is the regional director for the Urban Roads, and he answered some questions for us. I don't know whether you're satisfied with the responses you've received, but if you join us on Facebook right now, you can see some of the potholes for yourselves. I'm happy that along the line, he himself made mention of the fact that some of them are even beyond potholes. And if care is not taken and you're driving, you might damage, the underparts of your vehicle. So we're asking you, what is the pothole situation in your area? How would you describe it? Now, if you don't mind, if you have pictures of them, why don't you share with us? Our WhatsApp number is 055-1111-995. But even if you don't have pictures to share with us, even if you don't have videos to share with us, tell us about the situation of potholes in your area. Again, you can use 055-1111-995. Now, if you're looking for a quick and hassle-free loan with no collateral required, look no further. CBG Smart Loan is designed to help your business access funds without collateral. With our SME Smart Loan, you can access a quick and hassle-free loan without collateral, comfortable monthly loan repayment schedule, collection services with our Sika Collect platform to save you the trouble of visiting the branch to make payment. So whilst you're at work working, you use this means to pay or repay your loans without hassle. Don't let financial constraints hinder your entrepreneurial dreams. Walk into any of our 114 branches nationwide, or you can call us on 0302-216-000 for more information. You can also reach us on our social media handles, Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Send us a mail, info@cbg.com.gh, or visit our website, www.cbg.com.gh. Terms and conditions apply. CBG, we stand with you. Now, we've been telling you about Weedy Locks for some time now, and I hope that you've made up your mind and you've made the right decision to go to Weedy Locks to get the doors that will give you the security that you look for. Now, they deal in Israeli security doors. And the doors are elegant, they are affordable, and they are durable. So if you're looking for beautiful doors, they have it. If you're looking for doors that will withstand the test of time, they have it. It has a Gladiator lock-in system, 13 bolts lock all round into a galvanized steel frame. Their doors do not make noise when open or closed, so therefore people cannot monitor the movement of people in the home. It's specifically coated with powder paint to avoid peeling of paint. It weighs over 60 kg for a single door. It comes in single, large, 1.5, and double doors. Now, you can also order for special height doors. Depending on the door frame size you have in that building of yours, you can order for special height doors. Now, their doors are made of galvanized steel, so it is rust-free. Now, at Weedy Locks, keys are coded with 5 keys per door, which of course cannot be duplicated. It gives you safety, peace of mind. Now, if you want peace of mind, security at home, offices, banks, and warehouses, go straight to Weedy Locks to have a door that lasts so long without replacement. Now, there's a special offer, special package for architects, for building contractors, and real estate developers. You can find their showroom at Kwama of the Durban-Sokoban Road. You can place a call to them, or even send a WhatsApp message to 050-87-777-55 or 0575-777-755. I take that one again. It's 0575-777-755. Weedy Locks, we protect what matters most.
So Medimosis has also introduced ProstaCare S capsules together with your trusted Prosta Care Herbal Tea for prostate health and boost immune system. It's also good for improving urine flow and maximum male performance. Medi Plus and Afro Moses enhance libido and satisfaction peak male vitality, vigor and performance. Get to your tour fire day in back. So try our new FemCure X capsule, and this is for menstrual problems such as menstrual pain, irregular menses, scanty flow of excess menstrual flow, and it's also good for vaginal problems such as vaginal offensive discharge and tighten the vagina for maximum
pleasure. Master T is a natural food supplement to improve insomnia, relax muscles, and reduce stress and invigorates the body, giving good health and vitality. You can also visit our clinic for the treatment of any general illness, especially men with prostate disorders. Visit our clinic at Ahenema Kokobin off Obuasi Santasi Road. The number to call is 0249 542 481 or 0208 140 668. Please contact the following pharmacy shops for Moses Master Tea. You can contact Kolinak Herbal at Ashdown, Blessed Herbal at KO, Habme Herbal at Asafo and Greenlight at Sunyani.
All right, so this is Love 99.5. Our conversation for the morning has to do with potholes in the metropolis. So if you're a driver, if you own a vehicle, how would you describe the potholes in your area? How is it impacting you and your pocket? Now, if you're somebody who, goes by public transport, how's it affecting you? Is it about delaying in getting to your destinations? Is it about, you having waist pains because the driver who is also driving is not taking his time on the potholes and stuff like that? Because there are some people, let's hear from you. 055-11-11995. Tell us about the pothole situation in your area. Now, usually I know where you live, but I don't know about the pothole situation there. What's your story?
We don't even have a road to talk about.
You don't have a road?
Oh, but they our road. And the last time MCE confirmed, he know he's listening.
Well, I know where you live, but I haven't used it before. So
2 days ago, you've used it before, Master. You've used
to
it
your house?
So would you eat?
2
days ago, I saw the Pajaro of the MCE for Farouk, my good friend. On the fast walk call. But David, they don't have a road. But David, I personally have been ranking potholes. David, that Mackenzie Road from Susanso.
Myself and Leo, we were there yesterday, weren't we?
David, have you seen that road?
No, we were there. I use that road every day. And yesterday, when we were filming the vehicles that plied the road, I didn't feel pity for the driver. I felt some pity for the vehicle itself. What the vehicle itself was going through was what I felt bad about. And Joel will be showing that on Facebook shortly. But we just want you to tell us about the pothole situation in your area. We couldn't cover the whole of the metropolis. So you tell us about your own situation by way of potholes. How bad is the situation for you? How is it affecting you, especially your pocket?
David, it's bad. And you see, when you look at the significance of some of these things, the reason why the pothole is important is that, David, when you look at the productivity levels, we are spending a lot of hours, delaying on the road because of some of these things. Clearly, it costs productivity. Because you expect me to be at work less at 5, I'll get here around 6 because of some of these issues. So, but some so they imagine me pay. If it's not in our call apuzo, I don't know delay and all that. But the productivity levels I'm expected to give will go down. Now, David, again, fuel consumptions. We are wasting close to 31 hours when it comes to a minute on roads. Now our salaries are not increasing, but because of some of these roads, you have to fix your cars. So when it comes to the productivity levels, when it comes to what is affecting or how it's impacting our pocket, these are some of these things. Some people are developing chronic waist pains, health complications because of some of these roads. So I was actually happy to hear that the funds are in, but it shouldn't be an annual thing.
So he cannot speak to the funds, but the allocation has been made.
As in government, when they allocate, the release is also another different.
That's what I'm saying.
So, David, it shouldn't be an annual thing. For me, I think that they should make it a quarterly feature every 3 months. Because, David, have you seen the road from Lord K. Bwedi getting to the KNUST side where the teaching hospital is? You see that sharp curve. If you are not careful, there are some 2 dangerous potholes there. Today I forgot. I don't know what happened. I skipped it. David, if you joke and you land in that pothole, the way baby I do back on.
So it's an accident-prone kind of a pothole.
Yes, around the veterinary school. I think I just sent to opposite the KNUST uncompleted teaching hospital. It's so terrible. But David, the next one for me will be the Duakon Enclave. David.
But what beats my mind is if they say it's an annual thing that they do, how come the situation is as it is? Because if it's an annual thing, and indeed you stick to it like glue, you do it the way it should be done, we should see improvement so that, if you're done with one particular area or community, you move to another area and to do it. But it looks as if nothing is being done.
David, that's not true. It cannot be. See, the Duakon route, and the Bwedi route, I have used it for the last almost 3 years. No, I think almost a year. David, then nothing has changed. Nothing has changed. They should tell us which areas they fix them, because Asaf, I can say for Asaf, they fix some of the potholes. But my issue with it is that we let it, and he said the way some of them have degenerated
it's beyond potholes.
It's beyond potholes, and you cannot fix it. And you see, I always have a challenge when we wait to do some of these things, because by the time you go back, you will need additional capital, which we do not have, by the way. You know,
and like
to fix the road.
Like the saying goes, a stitch in time
saves
9.
You know,
yes.
And the thing will start small. It's a pothole.
Yes.
Patch it. Will not do it, and the thing becomes bigger than a pothole.
Have you seen the one that's at? You see, when they reconstructed the Tech Junction route, you see the road was divided into two systematically. Nobody was following. Now that road has automatically, there's no construction nature there, but I don't know what happened because of the tracks or whatever. The road has developed into two. There are potholes developing by the edges. Nobody is watching. By the time we see, the entire road is gone.
And the accident loads that he talked about is, of course, a big concern.
Yeah.
The timber tracks, the sand tracks, and all that. And now we're saying we're having talks to put in place a policy.
There's already a policy. David, those tracks are supposed to pay the bylaws. The last time I went for the road safety meeting in Accra, their headquarters, what I know was that the trucks are supposed to bring the goods into Kumasi. They will stop at the outlet. So that is a Ejiso and all that. Then the mini trucks, they will offload the product into the mini truck and they will take it to the central business district. That is why if you call the KMA, it is not allowed for those heavy duty trucks to be at the CBD.
Yeah.
Now, Kunipa, and nobody will answer to anybody. They are supposed to stop at the outskirts of the city, offload whatever that they bring
and the smaller
into the mini truck, the smaller trucks to distribute it. Yeah. But you go to Asafo now. One person will take the road for 10 hours. 40-footer containers, and they will be offloading, putting pressure on the road. And David, how many taxes do those people even pay? You know?
Well, listeners, you can join us now. Call us on our numbers 03220-83596, 03220-83597, 03220-83598. We're talking about our portals. And like Mr. Gambra himself said, they are way beyond portals. They are beyond portals. How are you surviving? How is your car doing under these circumstances? What is the portal situation in your area? Give us a call now on 03220-83596, 03220-83597, and 03220-83598. Let's talk about the portals in the region. Yes, Leo.
Yeah, he was talking about the annual repairs.
Portals, yeah.
But, you know, there are two main types of roads that I know of. The one we call the sapiti, and then the asphalted roads. Most of the time, when they do the sapiti type, after they put the first seal on it, the contractor has exhausted the money, and then most often times they leave the site. So which means that kind of road, within weeks, you start seeing faults developing on that road. How is it viable for you to annually repair such a road? And we have plenty of them.
Well, let's go to the phone lines. You continue shortly for me. Hi, good morning.
Yeah, good morning.
What's your name, please? All right, so we're having a few challenges that we're going to fix the problem and then get back to you. But Leo, you were saying something.
Yeah, I'm saying, so if we are going to continue repairing roads every year, and then we are also constructing roads that are going to get destroyed within 6 months anyway, then what's really the use?
Sense? Yeah. And I've heard some arguments raised by some people that if you fix that small patch, you don't get much money. If you wait till the problem becomes bigger, then you get big money in fixing it. Let's go on to the phone lines now. Let's speak to Nana Kweku. Nana, good morning.
Good morning. How are you doing?
I'm well.
I always have an issue when it comes to roads. And back in the days, I was always, being on the neck of the DC at Kwabre, or whatever his name will be. Now, there are two roads. You're even talking about just the, what do you call it, damages to the cars. But are you also talk about the time consuming where one has to be on a single road that can easily take 10-15 minutes to get to your destination? You have to spend hours. Let me give an example. From Kwabre, that is Mamponting, getting to Aba Junction, there's a pothole that develops there, and I've always been on this man's neck. Back just about 3, 4, 5 years ago, he came in, they did that sappeting, that kind of thing, as if for my job, and I told him to get the gutters. They sealed these gutters. Now it started raining, and these potholes are developed, and even Korea, South Africa. These two, if on Mondays, one has to leave the house from 5 a.m. If you don't, other than if you leave around 6, even 6, you get to a traffic and spend like 2 hours. Now, they've started this construction of roads from Mampoting to Ono. You mentioned the name the last time. Akitibomom to Ono. They did that, and right now they are constructing gutters. If they know they are not going to fix the road, they should stop it. Because they've done the same thing in Mampoting and then Kenyasi to Fadi.
We hear you, Nana Kweku. We've noted some of the areas you mentioned down. We cannot, we couldn't write all of them, I can assure you. But the boss himself is listening, and we'll find out from him what plans they have for the roads in that very area. Isaac is on the line. Good morning, Isaac.
Yeah, good morning.
Welcome, sir. Let's hear you. So what's your story with potholes?
Yes, there are 2 areas that I want to raise. Fanchenebra, the road that leads from Opoko, the main Santase Runabout Road into Fanchenebra hospital, that stretch. It is so bad. So bad. Exactly where the Ishaiso sub-metro office is, around that area. Oh, come on. And then there's Swami Road. I know it's under construction though, but after the MP was pelted with water and other stuff, they fixed only one side. And even
Isaac, if you're still on the line, well, I'm told that we've lost Isaac on the line. 03220-83596, 03220-83597, 03220-83598. We're talking about potholes in the metropolis. What's your own story? You can join us and let's hear from you as well. Erasmus, good morning.
Good morning, David.
All right, so in 30 seconds, tell us about your story.
Yeah, David, I'm giving you 4 areas within Kote Ejasi Enclave. From Wedi Junction to Emena. Then from Emena to Apiedu. Then Emena to the Biakote de Biako. David, very, very bad. Very, very bad. And when I heard the man saying they do it every year, sometimes they hurt me when I tell somebody that he's lying. But that's a big lie. That thing had been there for years, and nobody had ever attended to that thing. And it's causing a lot of havoc to drivers and people who ply that road. Why are we doing this to ourselves?
Rasmus, if you drive, how is it impacting on your vehicle?
David, it has a big challenge on my car. My car, the under now is talking. When you drive, you hear the under talking. Because the roads are bad.
Listen, if you join us on Facebook, you see some of the pictures we're talking about. Thank you very much, Erasmus. There are some Kitasco boys under your vehicle, and so when you're driving, then they'll be talking. Josh, good morning.
Good morning, David. How are you?
Oh, Josh, let's hear you, sir.
David, I am very much disturbed about the interview. How can you construct the road and you are complaining of cheaper trucks? David, how do you construct the road? We have these articulated trucks road with iron rocks and cement, and you are constructing road, and you don't expect this, vehicles to also apply the roads. And he is complaining about cheaper trucks destroying our roads. Our leaders shouldn't think that Ghanaians are stupid just because we voted for them. When they come on air, they should, sensibly explain things the right way to us. We are not stupid. Thank you, David.
Well, thank you very much, George. Samuel, good morning.
Hello, Dave. Good morning.
Yes, let's hear your own story about the potholes, and how it's impacting you and your pocket.
Exactly. I have 2 major concerns. One from the Kodjom up to TUC Junction. That road was fixed not quite long ago, but it has gone out of hands. Come and see the traffic there this morning. Huge traffic. A friend of mine just lost one of his lower arm was broken just yesterday. And then when you come to Star Junction to Maria Montessori, Christian University Road, it's so deplorable to an extent that I don't even know how to describe it. Because those are the roads we use almost every day. On my last point, what the director is saying, for some of us, we don't agree with him. If he is saying some of the potholes are developed by cheaper trucks, motorway was constructed more than 50 years ago, and from Harbour to Accra, only heavy-duty trucks who plies that road, and that road is still in existence. So if you are constructing a road and you don't factor in all these things, and you are, doing it anyhow, how many days will it take? Now I can see that the road construction that they do doesn't even they don't factor these big trucks into it. The moment they do it, after 3 months, 6 months, it starts developing potholes.
Thank you very much, Samuel. But after a while, we'll share a few information with you, because the point is this. We have different makes of roads, different types of roads. And there are some vehicles that should not ply on certain roads. But unfortunately, we do not abide by those policies. We just do anything anyhow. David, good morning.
Hi, David. Good morning. How are you?
Well, I'm well, David.
Good. I just parked at the Wache Bezo. David, are the managers aware of the problem? Are they aware of this?
Oh, they are.
They are. Okay. And so at the end of the month, do they take their salaries?
Oh, they do. They go to work every day and they take their salaries. Yes, they do.
Okay. So it means the passion with which Eugene speaks, it just summarizes that the guys, our managers are not proactive. Is that not it? Because you need to get the thing fixed so that when Eugene comes, or the three of you come to the studio, you don't get anything to say. But the more you are talking about the problem means it is there. And these people are in their offices. Or sometimes they even pass through those roads. So get it fixed. Or is it the bureaucratic process? Or David, I didn't get the explanation he gave you. Can you tell me some of them? I don't know.
I know you're just being mischievous. You heard everything he said. You have not forgotten anything about
it. David, my problem is that it is not your pocket money or your salary that will be used to fix that thing. If it had been that, then that one would have said, oh, okay, then there will be some challenges there. And it's neither of this. So just get the thing fixed. Period. This is not rocket science.
Not my brother. It is not. David, thank you very much. Well, thank you very much, David, for joining us. Hi, good morning.
Good morning, David. Please, how are you?
I am well. What's your name, sir?
My name is Kwame.
Kwame, good to have you on the show. And Charlie, I'm watching on my monitor in the studios right now. I haven't been to this area for a while. And there's a Bokrum stretch. A stretch around Bokrum. And I'm wondering, and listen, if you're having a 4x4 or a bigger vehicle, you can manage. But if you watch the video as I'm watching right now, so join us on Facebook on LUV 99.5 and see some of these small vehicles are the Yaris and the Vitz. How would they survive on this road? How possible? And yet we pay our taxes, yet promises are made to us that our roads will be fixed for us. And this is what we have for all the promises that have been made to us. My brother, let's hear you, sir.
Thank you again, David. You and I have had this conversation before. I think about 3 times. I've asked you, why do we always discuss the problems and leave them there? Look at what you and your team did around sanitary pads. Yes, this is a big problem, but we're able to mobilize some resources to get the problem partly fixed. No matter what we did, I think everybody appreciated that. Sometime in the past, you and your team, I remember Erastus and some other guys were involved. You identified problems and you went ahead to mobilize resources to get those problems solved. Why have you stopped? I've asked you many occasions and you gave me different answers. At some point you said, okay, yeah, you were putting your things together and we'll come back. It's over a year now and you have not come back. David, some of these problems, we can solve them ourselves. Potholes, yes. I've seen potholes filled by people in the community. It can be done. It is good talking about problems, but let us also go the next step by mobilizing resources ourselves to fix these problems. Thank you very much.
Well, thank you very much, Kwame, for joining us. But listen, that work that some people do in communities where they purport to be fixing potholes, how long does it last, especially when the rains are in as it is now? We need permanent solutions to these things, not the haphazard things that we do. Because listen, what I'm going and I say obi construction be a damn the blocks somebody will come and put coconut husks and stuff like that in there. Does it fix the problem? It does not.
They do not advise we should be doing that. The urban roads and highways.
Stephen, good morning.
Hello, good morning, bro.
Let's hear you, sir.
My problem is just about the road from Kanoso to Agboka, which is still under construction. I think barely for 3 years now, or even more. In fact, I'm surprised the way the contractor has blocked all access routes, all main roads.
Well, I hear you. Thank you very much. And time is running fast on us, so we'll be wrapping up shortly. We'll pick about 2 more calls on the phone lines, and then we'll bring to you a few messages on WhatsApp, the WhatsApp console, and then I'm told that we'll continue tomorrow. That's what it is, because we have several other angles to the conversation that we have not explored yet. So let's speak to, is it Kofi who's next on the line? Hi, Kofi.
Yeah, good morning. Is the man still there listening to what we are saying?
Yes, he is listening. He's whether in his car or his office is listening.
Papa, for coming out this morning to tell Ghanaians that every year you fix potholes. So you are there to fix potholes every year, and you take money from government as your salary. You are employed to come and fix potholes every year, and you are boldly telling us that every year you fix potholes. Because you people think that people in Ashanti region we forget so easily. So you do things, and look at the some interchange that you're talking about. You are going to do such a major project, and you don't have the plan. You have cut the short, and now you are now going to get the plan before you come and start. And you are telling us that is the process.
The designs, he said, per the EPC project, you cut sort before you do the design work, and then you do the construction work. That's what he said. All right, he didn't talk about the money bit. I asked about the money, whether the money was available or not, because Sampan had before told us that the money was available, and then later we were told by Osechi Minsabonso that, well, due to the IMF program that we're going for, there was a hold because we're going to look for the money elsewhere and all that. Our final caller is in Christoph. Chris, good morning.
Yeah, good morning, David Akwete. How are you, sir?
I'm well, Chris. Good to have you.
The legend, David Akwete. You are doing very well, you and your team. David, the man in your studios, I beg of him, he should not add insults to injury. David, when you go to Santashi Roundabout, just after Melcom, on the way to Dakodom, David, come like this, the heart of the city. If you look at the potholes there, David, it's annoying. It's irritating. David, I don't know. Do they take delight when people die on our roads and all that? Because I don't understand. David, just before Dakodom, close to that filling station, Unity Oil, on TUC Junction. David, I said, David, fast forward, come to Abrapo Road from Akoko Spet to Oshima Manfro to Oshima. David, the portals, it's my house. This one is bottomless pit. David, our cars. Now, if you go to magazine to buy spare parts, David, you will run away. We are telling them they should do something. We are not fools, one day we will strike, David. How can we be paying all these taxes, this tax, and then yet things are horrible and terrible. Our roads are not even good, so that you can even go and come within a short time, so that you can move to and fro. What are they telling us? So we beg them, urban roads, do something. The monies you guys are taking, justify the money, the pace you are taking, the allowances and all that, justify them. You are working for people, you are working for Mother Ghana, you are working for God. You don't just sit down in your office and then see things go bad. Then tell us that every year you fix, That's some rules.
Mr. Regional Minister, you are the president for the regional. Your people are complaining. Regional Minister, the people are complaining. And then Honorable Sampine. And then to all the various heads of the municipalities we have, people are complaining. And you heard the last caller in Christophe, who is lamenting about the cost of spare parts to his vehicle. Ghana muna e dindada. The roads ni yana si yenamso ne si yenko fitemu ko spare parts. At least you be fanisa. When my DAW, you have to go and buy links, shock absorbers. You have to go and buy lower arms and buy ball joints and buy all manner of things because the roads are so bad. Say again?
Punctured tires.
Oh, Charlie. Don't we deserve better as a people? I think we do. And when you come to us from now to 2024, asking for our votes, if you come to us and ask for our votes, question we ask you is, based on what should we vote for you? Based on what? We'll continue tomorrow, like we said. So keep sending us the pictures and the videos on our WhatsApp number. It's 055-1111-995. Listen, there's some of the pictures, some of the videos, when you see them, your heart will bleed. And you ask yourself, this Bokrom stretch, the one that I saw on Bokrom Road. Well, Syntex is a market leader in water tanks in Ghana, with sizes ranging from 100 liters up to 25,000 liters. Now, you are sure to have the size you need for your business or your home. Now, it's available in many different colors at no extra cost. The colors are beautiful. They're bright. They will make your residence look beautiful. Now, Syntex has just launched a new Syntex Pure gallon tank. It still has the same strength of a Syntex tank with an affordable price. So get yours today from a Syntex agent near you. Now, Syntex is your number one stop shop for all your plastic packaging needs as well. So call Syntex today on 050-5555-666 to find out more, or visit their social media at Syntex Ghana. Syntex, are you strong, are you tough?
So the leadership of the Chamber of Automobile Dealership Ghana, that's CADEC, is in collaboration with the Custom Division of the Ghana Revenue Authority and other stakeholders, invite you to the stakeholders engagement meeting to address the challenges facing trade facilitation of importers in Ghana. The date is on the Thursday, 8th June 2023, and the venue is at the Lancaster Hotel, formerly Golden Tulip Hotel. The chairman is Dr. Joseph Obeng Guta, National President. The time is 1:30 p.m. to 2:30 p.m. The agenda is addressing challenges facing trade facilitation in Ghana. We would be grateful for your honor to our kind invitation. Please note that this letter supersedes all earlier communication to you in this regard. Thank you. And this is coming to you from Dumenu George. He's the secretary for CADEC.
Well, are you looking, are you a small or medium business owner in need of a loan to support your growing business? Then listen, Easeway Loans and Savings and Loans has tailor-made solutions for your agent need, business expansion or project financing needs. Collateral required is a vehicle or a landed property. Call them now on 0593 804 235 or 0204 598083, or send them a text to business to 4993, and their customer experience team will happily engage with you. Easeway Loans, Easeway Savings and Loans, your trusted financial solutions partner. Easeway Savings and Loans is a member of the Ghana Deposit Protection Scheme. Well, and of course, there's good news for small to medium scale business owners. With SME Plus, you get to manage all your operational cost in communication. The service simply allows you to choose from affordable packages and enjoy talk time, SMS, data, and business content all bundled in one subscription. Now, the other exciting news is you get free on-net calls every Monday from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. Simply dial star 5060 hash to sign up today. Send a WhatsApp or place a call to 0244 308 111 for more information, and stay connected everywhere you go. Now, are you aware that 13% of all OPD cases have kidney problems? Kidney problems? Well, kidney menace in Ghana is the conversation coming up your way on the Super Morning Show. But before we bring all that to you, some messages.
The other day, as I was in my kitchen preparing my special jollof made with lily rice for my family, I heard a knock at the door. He was my mechanic. Instead of calling me to pick my car, he bought it himself. I said, "Cho." He said, "Efo." I said, "Take the car back. I will come and pick it myself." As I turned off the fire from under the Lily Jollof, there was another knock at the door. He was my neighbor. I said, neighbor. He said, "Efo, my dog has jammed your wall again, oh." I said, "Don't be silly. You don't have a dog." My wife Ekis came home and we saw that he enjoyed. So, it was my pastor. He said, "Bless you." I said, "Bless you too." He said, "Did he come to church on Saturday?" I said, "Acho, but why are you coming to tell me this on Wednesday?"
Having to fend off visitors at mealtimes because of Lily's tasty aromatic rice? Celebrate every mealtime by sharing with friends and family near or far. Lily, tasty food, happy family. This advert is FDA approved.
Hey, Linda. Long time, oh. Yes, so. Hey, but wait, oh, Linda. Did you win the lottery? I mean, look at your room. Your TV, your sound system, your fridge. Hey.
Oh, they are nice, eh? All from Kennedy Digital Satellite. They also sell appliances like air conditioners, televisions, tabletop fridges, and freezers from 100 to 900 liters, commercial fufu machines, home theaters, etc.
Wow.
In addition, government workers who receive their salary through the Controller and Accountant General's Department and still have their affordability package active can come to Kennedy Digital Satellite and get any appliance of their choice with flexible payment terms. You can locate Kennedy Digital Satellite in Accra at Wager, just at the Old Barrier traffic light, and in Kumasi at Edum near Boss FM and along the Patasi Main Street near the police depot. Those in Accra can call 0243 074 750 and in Kumasi reach them on 0207 653031.
Kennedy Digital Satellite, where quality sells cheap.
Mango, coconut, and interestingly, that's what people, the general population, seems to be a lot more attracted to fruit seedlings. We planted some amity trees, which are trees to beautify our cities, but essentially, much of the planting will happen in degraded forest compartments. And we have a few corporate organizations who have come forward to adopt compartments, and some of them are funding the planting exercise to enrich these degraded compartments once again. So, yes, you can plant anywhere. You can plant in your home. You can plant in schools, in churches, mosques, in open spaces, in compartments. And if you contacted the Forestry Commission, I think they have their numbers out there. They will be able to provide you with a degraded forest compartment to be able to plant in those places.
That's great. Okay, so, I mean, are we starting the distribution of seedlings earlier, or do we have to wait till tomorrow?
The distribution is actually begun. The Forestry Commission is very much on top of it. They send these seedlings across the country. You should be able to pick some seedlings today, and you should be able to pick some tomorrow as well.
Brilliant. Okay, so is there a cost to this? I mean, do we have to pay? How much do we pay for a seedling?
Well, there is some cost, but the focus is mostly been about trying to raise these seedlings primarily from the nurseries of the Forestry Commission, as well as from contributions. I mean, I know, for example, last year the Pentecost Church gave about 2 million seedlings or so, and several other NGOs involved in the forestry sector have had to come forward to support. I think when the exercise is all over, we will give a full update, which will spell out, as we've done in every edition, the cost to the taxpayer in terms of this exercise. Yeah.
Right. So, is there like an eligibility criteria? Who is eligible to pick up seedlings and plant them?
Oh, every Ghanaian and every resident in Ghana. Yes. School children are going to plant as well. We have the policy or the program of 1 student, 1 tree. So all of that has been planned, and everybody is eligible to plant.
Wonderful. Well, listen, help us out. What are the ways of getting this done? Are there contact numbers? Are there locations to go to?
Yes. So once I get off the line, I will get my officials to furnish you with the necessary telephone lines so that you can. And I'll send you some seedlings myself.
Fantastic. Very thoughtful of you. I
just let me
that.
know the species you want. I'll send you a few.
Guava sounds good.
Okay, I'll send you a guava tree.
Lovely, I appreciate it. Okay, if you just joined us, we're talking to the Minister for Lands and Natural Resources, Mr. Samuel Abu Jinapor, and he's getting us all excited about Green Ghana Day. It's going to be observed on the 9th of June this year. So that's tomorrow. Tomorrow, we're all planting trees across the country. The target is 10 million seedlings. Let's all get involved and make it happen. Now, just before you leave, Mr. Jinapor, we all heard the reports that goats had chewed some of the seedlings from last year and so forth. What measures are being put in place to ensure that this time around, in addition to freeing up the time of the Forestry Commission employees, what else are we doing to ensure the survival of the seedlings that we're going to be planting tomorrow?
Well, first of all, Kojo, like every initiative and like every program, as ambitious as this is, you make mistakes at the initial stages, and then you learn lessons, and you try and perfect whatever you're trying to do. The first edition, which is the 2021 edition, a lot of things came out of it, which turned out to be very useful. It turned out that a lot of people just picked the seedlings, and some didn't plant at all, and some just planted haphazardly, and some planted, they didn't fence them. I think we ourselves did not particularly put in place enough measures for fencing, which is why last year we emphasized and we decided that a lot more of the planting should happen in degraded forest reserves. And I want to believe you understand what that is, and your listeners appreciate that, which is these forest reserves which have been degraded or which have been deforested, and therefore they are forest reserves, all right, but you do not have enough trees to qualify them as forest reserves. And in those places, these are in the bushes, so when you plant in these places, you don't need any fencing. The trees survive on their own. So we last year we focused more on degraded forest reserves. This year we are doing same, and also the trees we plant outside forest reserves, we put in place measures for fencing, and also some reasonable measures for nurturing them, watering, and so on and so forth. So I think that we are getting better year after year, and I'm very confident that the measures we put in place this year will even perfect the Green Ghana Day even the more. Yeah.
Oh, that's great. Well, we're all geared up for Green Ghana Day. Any final words before you take leave?
Well, all I would say is that, look, the preservation, protection of our landscape and natural environment, it's a collective one. It's a responsibility of all and sundry. Government has a big responsibility to discharge in that regard. But I want to also say that all of us have a responsibility. And not just Ghanaians, residents of Ghana as well, which is why I want to commend the diplomatic corps for their consistency in supporting this initiative. Every edition, 2021, 2022, and then tomorrow, they planted in the Achimota Forest. And I think that is a very commendable conduct of theirs. So, look, I'm just asking your listeners and viewers that tomorrow gives us another opportunity to contribute to the restoration of the lost forest cover of our country. The pundits tell us, for example, that since 1900 to date, we've lost about 80% of our forest cover. That is alarming. And therefore, we have to put in place very aggressive measures to restore some of this lost forest cover. And tomorrow, let's go planting.
Absolutely. Mr. Samuel Abu Jinapor, thank you so much for your time with us this morning. I'm waiting for my guava seeds. Have a wonderful day.
I certainly will deliver it. Thank you very much. Sir.
Wonderful. All the best. There you go. That's the Minister for Lands and Natural Resources, Mr. Samuel Abu Jinapor. Hopefully, he's got you excited about planting trees. Huh? All right. Okay. So, it's Frimpong Boateng and Kidneys. All of that coming up after these.
I've got Bill back and I won't let go. My name is Nanama McBrown. Many people think I get what I want anytime because I am popular. No, that is not true. It is because me and Kasano, I like the best. And when I find it, I stick to it. I have found Bell Pack Tea Roll and I'm stuck with it. It is soft but not weak, strong but not hard. It is just perfect. Bell Pack Tea Roll is smooth and gentle on the skin. Same as Bell Pack Kitchen Towel. It cleans in one wipe. You can soak, squeeze, and clean again. One Bell Pack Kitchen Towel lasts longer and saves you money. It's time you switch to Bell Pack today and experience the perfect paper tissue. Say pocket tissue, table napkins, tea roll, and a kitchen towel. Paper chow. Bell Pack is simply the best. Bell Pack, just perfect.
To be a Bell Pack distributor, call 055-11-44400. Another quality product from Bell Aqua.
Doesn't feel so good like Bell Pack.
Martin Luther King Jr. once said, and I quote, "Injustice somewhere is a threat to justice everywhere."
If you have a government building good drainage system in their pockets, what do you expect? If you have a government...
The biggest debate competition in Ghana is back. Which side do you represent? For or against the motion? Stay glued to your superstation Love 99.5 FM, Joy Learning and Joy Prime as we bring to you the biggest stage where schools in Ashanti show their prowess through debate. Rally behind your alma mater to glory as gallant young men and women from the various senior high schools in Ashanti elucidate their stance on matters of national interest. Catch us live on Love 99.5 FM, on Facebook at Love 99.5 FM, Joy Learning and Joy Prime, 2 p.m. each day. From the Christian Service University College, the Love FM High Schools debate, trumpeting the voice of young ones on issues of national interest. This event is brought to you by your superstation Love 99.5 FM, the Ashanti Regional SRC, and the Regional Directorate of Ghana Education Service Ashanti and CHAS. Also sponsored by...
Introducing the all-new Rasta Chocomalts, a feel of real chocolate, sorghum, caramel with the right amount of hops. For the best chocolate malt drink, your best bet is Rasta Chocomalt. Grab a bottle of Rasta Chocomalt with a new look with same great taste. Rasta Chocomalt is proudly made in Ghana by Twellium Industrial Company Limited with a touch of Kente.
Enyo fe na wokoto handkerchief. Ade abepa mfifiri. Asade akofie, akosie. Eni hakra. Eno ntini ye wo Flora disposable handkerchief. Febu achi wo na winimo so ni nsuo. Ana wo bo wa. Emfifre tato. Wo ye dwumedie bi. School mu, enwumam, offices. Na wo ye hanky. Asho botom die. Flora disposable handkerchief. Eno na beboa wo. Demo ni nyina. Ehyemu bebre. Flora tissues. Eno any tissue ba ko a emu odu. Echi nsuo so. Ye wo disposable handkerchiefs. Toilet roll. Multi-purpose towels. Table napkins.